History. Complex and fucked up subject. In 1949, the Soviets made their own atomic bomb, which means the tensions are now getting higher again. After Joseph Stalin's death, the Soviets got a new leader, Nikita Khrushchev, and the Americans got a new president then, which would be John F. Kennedy. Around this time, the Soviets began to build a wall around their side of Berlin, East Berlin, and this would become known as the Berlin Wall. John F. Kennedy famously said that democracy may not be perfect, but they never had to build a wall to keep their people into their country, to keep their people from leaving them. The Berlin Wall is basically just a divorce made of bricks. During the course of World War II, many countries were occupied during the war, and now during the Cold War they fight civil wars. You see, the average civil war during this time was one would be backed by America and the other would be backed by Russia, because they'd have the same regimes. The tension is literally blowing through the fucking roof. The Soviets placed missiles in Cuba, aimed at America. Starting again. You see, Cuba allowed Russia to place the missiles in Cuba because Russia and Cuba were both communist. A lot of Soviets were inside of a submarine going around America when they got a signal, and they thought that they mistook the signal that America was attacking them. 2 of the 3 Soviets on board the submarine gave the okay to launch, but the third fella, this man, he disagreed to launch it, and he inevitably saved the world. This went on for years. Imagine that this jar represents the unity of the Soviet Union, and all these rocks that I'm putting into it represent the different Soviet states, such as Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, all them sorts of things. And now this jar full of rocks represents the Soviet Union itself. Now let's imagine that it's 1991. The Soviet Union has just collapsed. Two years prior in Berlin, the East Germans and the West Germans knocked down the wall, ending communism forever.